Hey y'all, I am back with another island tour, and it's actually my island tour. I am officially wrapped up my KidCore island and I can't wait to show you guys what I've done with it. Welcome to Hopscotch, my KidCore CityCore island. I want to do a little background before we head into the tour, but I spent about 7 to 8 months completing this island. I made sure every villager on my island has a little job. I love to storytell. Okay, let's hop into the tour. So I left myself presents. I already know what's here, but you guys will be landed with some presents and some toys to walk around the island. So we have some rain boots, a rain hat, a handmade cape, and some rain pants. And last but not least, a red balloon. Okay, let's start this tour. And we have myself, Marcy, Puddles, Joey, Stinky, Stitches, Mira, Vladimir, Colton, Pietro, and Kit Kat. I'm going to start us off at the airport entrance because it's the first thing I actually decorated on the island. And we have my favorite baby boy Joey here to help us with the tour. But to start off with some of the island information, I set my island to Southern Hemisphere, so that's why we have these beautiful light up trees in the summertime. I was going for a city core, kid core, so I have lots of city builds in the background. I have storefronts and layers of simple panels and bunk beds. And then over here, I have the museum. I actually kept the museum in its tent because I felt like that was more KidCore aesthetics. And then behind Blather's tent, I have little bugs and fishes, and then I have a little fossil dig out spot for some kids. And then down on the beach, I have some gyroids playing some volleyball, blowing some bubbles. I don't know who's winning. And then we can head over across the bridge. This was also one of my favorite details that I ended up doing, where I put the little rubber duckies in the river. And then over here is our first villager's home. So for our little frog Puddles, of course I had to give her a puddle that looked like a frog. And then her house is in the back. And then I cluttered it up with flowers and designs and balloons. And then we can make our way to go visit her and see inside of her home. Inside of Puddles House, I actually gave her a frog and tadpole shop. As much as that sounds a little disturbing, I thought it was kind of cute. So we have a shop full of frogs and little tadpoles. I made it look like swampy and foresty in here. Sounds of the forest in the background. I promise, it's all innocent here. I know she's selling frogs and she's a frog, but it's all innocent. I promise. And if we head back over this direction, we have a little train set on the beach. And then we have our second villager of the tour, Colton. And it just so happens that he is stuck in his little timeout corner. So every little kid gets in timeout, right? We can grab our hat, grab our timer, or our paper bag hood, and we can sit in timeout with Colton. As some of you might not know, Colton is my least favorite villager, and for an incentive for my birthday stream last year, he had to live on my island for 6 months. How was I going to have my arch nemesis live on my KidCore island? Well, we put him in timeout. When Colton's home, you can sneak in through the bars right here. So we're officially in timeout. We have Colton's one chair, dark and dingy room. We got security. I don't know who's watching security. Maybe Tom Nook, but he's pointed right at Colton right now. We're gonna head back up on the road. I'm gonna walk a little bit slow so you can see all the details. And then we're gonna head right, where you can see the outside of a schoolyard. Now we're outside of the Hopscotch Elementary School. I put this bus standee outside of it and I put a little seat on it so you can like look inside of it and look like you're riding the school bus. And then we have a gyroid driving the bus. I don't know how safe that is. I'll get a little bit closer into the school so you can see the details of the build. But I use a lot of simple panels, I use bookcases, I use display cases in order to do this build. The elementary school does not end there. If you head up the stairs, we have a little classroom. Lots of details in here. We got gyroids, we got teddy bears, they're making art, they're doing clay, they're reading. We even have a hamster cage in here. And then if we head over this way, we have the nap time area. Sleepy time area, we have our tents, our teddy bears, our toys. And then after nap time, we have recess. So we have the soccer field, the sandbox, we have basketball. And have a gyroid pushing their baby carriage across the road. And then we're heading into Abel's Sisters and Nook's Cranny. So with this build, I wanted it to look like Abel's Sisters was a skate shop apparel. And Nook's Cranny is where you buy skateboards. So I have like a little mini ramp here. We got skateboards on the ground. We have obstacle courses. We have our helmets because safety comes first here. And if we head up the stairs, we're now in an official skate park. So I used 2 staircases to make it look like it was a skate ramp. I even have a little Mario pipe here that will shoot you into the other side to give you that effect of skateboarding.
Oh my god, he on X Games mode.
We have some people laying on the ground. Maybe they got hurt. Like I said, safety first. They forgot their helmets. Bunch of graffiti on the wall. I had a really fun time building this. Okay, we're gonna head out of the skate park and we're gonna go into my campsite. So I made the campsite very fruity. Lots of fruit trees. This is like basically the only like foresty area on the island. And then I have the 2 like KidCore aesthetic tents and then the actual campsite. A little bonfire, we got some bugs, a little apple picking over here. And then if we head this direction, we are at Pietro's Carnival. So there's a lot of things happening at the carnival. Lots of noises, lots of gyroids. But if we look up, we have a Ferris wheel full of gyroids. And then back here, this is where Red's beach is. And I kind of made it like a little like dumpster area. I'm sorry, Red. We have trains, cotton candy, everything you would see at a carnival. Carnival games. We have Pietro's picture out here. We can actually go inside right now. So inside of Pietro's house, I made it look like he's a performer, a magician. So he's gonna stand up and actually do a trick for us right now. Come on, Pietro, show us what you got. But I went for really dark curtains, got the wheel spinning, he's got his cars, he's got his magical hat. And then I gave the effect to look like there were people watching with a little talking bubble. Since Pietro's a little shy, I'll do something for the crowd. Let's go! The carnival continues this way on the beach with Ferris wheels, teacup rides, cotton candy. Before I head back to the center of the map, I almost forgot to show you guys my little KidCore Farm. Look how cute. We got little spinning windflower fans, little Mario flowers. We got our little horsies, our little country music. We are heading to one of my favorite things I've done on the island. Took me the longest time. It is a forced perspective. here we go. We have all of the buildings, all the doll houses and beehives and wells. I even put a volcano in there. We have the mini cars, the mini trains, the Mario blocks to give it the perspective that we're looking over into a neighborhood from a hill. I had a lot of fun doing the forced perspective, and if you've never done a forced perspective on your island, I highly recommend doing it because it's really fun to play with smaller items and to get a different type of look. Okay, we are gonna head down. We're back at the airport entrance, and we're gonna head left. We're gonna head over this direction where we have Stitch's Toy Shop, where you can get all the stuffed animals here. We even have a stuffing station. We have a shopping cart, all the plushies, everything you can get. And then down this direction is the factory. So inside Stitch's house, I turned it into a factory where all of the plushies and stuffed animals are getting built. Here's a little sewing machine and workshop area where Stitches builds the stuffed animals and crafts them. I'm currently taking over. We even have gyroids as helpers. I love all the sounds of the gears to make it sound like it's more like a factory. And then next to Stitch's Toy Shop, we have a community pool with all the floaties. We have some fans going because it's really, really hot. We got some little slides, kiddie pools. We even have a little swimsuit if needed. And then down this way, we just have like a little beach area with some surfboards, digging some clams, and then a little cotton candy slushy area. Then over here we have a mini golf area. I actually built this on Mario Day, dedicated it to Mario Day. So we have a Mario themed little putt-putt spot. I used pearls as golf balls, and then at the very end we have the 3 coins with Princess Peach. Winner! And then inside of my house is nothing related to the putt-putt area. But I made the inside kind of like a rec center. So we have lockers and a rock climbing wall. We got a net. We got a little baseball. Some toys. And we gotta punch it out. And then upstairs is a little after dark ice cream shop. So I made it pretty moody, but I like moody. And we have all the gyroids hanging out here. So downstairs I actually dedicated to Hopscotch, the name of my island. And I made it look like an outdoor area, fireworks going on. We have some balloons. We're gonna head back up the road and we're gonna go visit Kid Cat. So Kid Cat, I made his job a car garage on my island. So we have like a little gas station over here. He's got a little workbench. We got some paint. We got an ATM. And if we go visit him, is a look inside a Kid Cat's garage. He's working on a car. Looks like he might be working on a wheel on a tricycle. We got a little gas pump. We got some scaffolding over here. Got some bottles. Got a vending machine. Got some money out because, you know, repair shops cost a lot of money. Hopefully he doesn't rip us off. But next to resident services, we have Miras Comic Book Store. So I dedicated Mira to a comic book store because I thought she looked like a superhero and I think she's such a unique villager. So I gave her this big gigantic display of books, have some D&D being played outside. So of course, the inside of Mira's house is a comic book shop. And I made it super moody again because you know how much I like moody lighting. And we have the comic book wallpaper and all the magazine stands. We have the shopping carts. We have a gyroid that is her helper and her assistant. You come visit my dream address and wonder why there's a bunch of villager photos over here. My community members all brought over their favorite villagers and I displayed them on the rock. Minus the Colton one. We don't have to talk about that one. As we head this way, I made a little pond, a little community pond where the villagers can go fishing. I dedicated today dream address to be Vladimir's birthday. So he has a whole birthday spot. You can even grab a birthday hat. So let's put on our little birthday hat and go say happy birthday to Vladimir. Happy birthday, Vladimir! So he's got his typical little birthday setup that they usually have in Animal Crossing, but I glammed it up a little bit. I invited some gyroids to the party. We're gonna head this direction. It looks like there's a little traffic jam over here. And we have now entered Stinky's laundromat. I dedicated Stinky the villager to have a laundromat because I think Stinky is really misunderstood. And so I gave him his laundromat so people don't call him Stinky anymore, even though that's his name. Where they can wash their clothes, fold their laundry. There has been some clothes that have been dropped on the way, but that's okay. We'll do a little cleanup after hours. So inside of Stinky's house, we have, you know, of course, a laundromat. We have the sound of the gears going, the rumbling of the dryers. We have some folding of the clothes. We have the washing machines going off over there. A laundromat can't be complete without a vending machine, some TV, some snacks, some radio. And now we are entering Marcy's daycare. So Marcy is the mom of the island where she takes care of Joey. So that's why Joey's house is on the property here. But we have the whole playground out front, the kiddie pools, the sandbox, the jungle gyms, the slides. So as a daycare owner, I made Marcy's home into, obviously, a daycare full of baby ducks in their cribs. We even have a little reading nook where she reads bedtime stories and other stories to the little baby ducks. We have a little crafting area for the baby ducks. Inside of Joey's house, I did a continuation of nap time, daycare. So we have a lot of baby cribs in here full of his little baby brothers. We have some tents for nap time. We have a little cleaning station and a little milk station. And I tied it in with all the yellows and greens just for him. To our left, we have a drive-in movie theater, but full of tricycles and gyroids. It looks like they're watching some cooking shows right now. But we have all the snacks and all the popcorn. There's even some arcade machines in the back. And then back this direction, I have filled it all with city builds. Look at all the details of the simple panels and the custom designs. And then we have a little beach spot. You look over at the beach while we eat our muffins and pizza. What a combination. Only in Animal Crossing. That officially wraps up my KidCore Island tour. Thank you so much for all of the support, everybody who's been watching my streams for the last 8 months while I work on this island. Thank you for everybody who's inspired me as well. A lot of spots on my island were inspired by other Animal Crossing content creators. The Animal Crossing community is so creative with their designs and their builds, and I'm so thankful for them. If you want to tune in to my live streams, I stream Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, either at 11 a.m. or 1 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. I'm going to be working on a new theme, so stay tuned. It's going to be a lot different than KidCore, and I can't wait for you guys to see what I come up with. I'll see you next time.